I was forced to pay $1,600 for these braids. Let me tell you a story.
Hey friends, Jumbo. Welcome back to another video. Welcome if this is your first time here. Today we're gonna be reacting to hairstylist horror stories. Feel free to share your thoughts regarding each situation. I will allow each video to play and then share my thoughts on it before moving on to the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and leave a like on this video. Thank you.
So I need to get my hair done. I usually do it myself. I don't have the time or the energy. Gotta find someone. It's LA. Hair is stupidly expensive, so I go to an African braid shop. I talk to the owner, show her the braids that I want. She tells me $1,600. I said, you're crazy. I didn't say that, but I was like, nah. We go back and forth, settle on a style, mid-length, regular, small French curl box braids. 10 a.m. tomorrow, perfect. Tomorrow comes around. I get to the salon, it's 10:12, I'm late. She says, no worries. I walk up to the door, it's closed. I let her know, she says the owners have to come and open the door. I thought you were the owner. The braiders see me, come out of the car, we greet each other, everything is normal, it's fine. We get inside, the place is really nice. The manager lady has already told the stylist what to do, but I reconfirm with them one more time. Mid-back, regular, small French curl box braids. One person is parting, one person is braiding. They're having a bit of a disagreement over the parting size. I had later come to find out that their confusion was because their manager is incompetent and sent one braider the super tiny micro braids that we did not book and the other braider the regular small ones. She braids one hair, asked me if I want to do boho. I said I didn't book boho. She said boho would look really good. I said I didn't book boho. She said just do boho, you can add it in later. I said tell your manager that you want me to do boho. She said I told the manager. I said I'm cool with paying for boho, might as well just add it now. Mind you, the price for my braids is $550. $550 for the style and an extra $300 if you want to add an additional braider. I said that's stupid, but I'm gonna do it. She said it would only take 4 to 6 hours with 2 braiders. I said cool. She said cool. Here we go. 7 hours go by. Like, what is going on? I'm feeling in my head like, what are y'all doing? And then I get a call. Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police. Not really. The manager is blowing up my phone. I don't answer. The stylists are whispering behind me. Weird. She starts blowing up my phone, talking crazy. Why did you walk into a business and decide you can just do whatever you want? Why are you trying to scam us? I had to cancel a bunch of appointments because of you. I have to be able to pay my stylists. I have to pay them extra now. You're doing a completely different style. Not what we booked. Clearly there's been a miscommunication. But she is not having that. She's like, pay an additional $800 now. The same price it would have been when you wanted that original style. I said, what? And then the energy just got really weird in the room. Very hostile, very just like, we trapped you, bitch, we trapped you. Further context, she never sent the message to the manager saying that the boho style was added. Context, the other braider superseded the main braider and made the parts smaller than what was the standard for that braid shop. Not as small as the micro braids, but smaller than what they were supposed to be. Further context, they lied and said I walked in, asked for extra small, extra long, boho French curl box braids. That's not true, we confirm. Now, a thing about me, I'm very non-confrontational. I'm very much a let's mediate the situation. Meow. I came to that braiding shop alone. I was with 2 braiders where clearly they were talking behind my back. I'm in a shop that isn't even owned by them. I have the braid shop manager screaming at me that I'm a scammer. And in this situation, I feared they were going to call the police. And the smart thing to do would have been to leave. Unfortunately, I did not leave. Because the nature of my job, I am constantly going to events, constantly having to film. I needed my hair done. Context, I had an event the next morning at 10:30 a.m. I was not going to do my hair myself. It was already 6-something p.m. They were about halfway done with my head and I needed my hair done. I did it. I paid the $800 because I was stressed and I was scared. I know it was stupid. I should not have done it because I realized this is probably a scam, but I said to myself, Elise, fix it. I gotta work on that. The rest of my time in that salon, weird, awkward. Did I get my hair finished? Yes. What time? 10:30 p.m. I got there at 10:12 a.m. left at 10:30 p.m. 12 hours. I get home, don't even look at my hair, I go to sleep. Now here's where it gets stupid. Something's wrong with this. I wake up, I see my hair, I look at my middle part, I scream. Ah! She's gone and put trapezoids in my head because now you're just playing in my head. This isn't fair. And so I sent a very long message pretty much saying, you are a scammer, refund me $600. I would have let it go if everything with the braids had been like ideal, but after seeing that parting and then seeing that the size of my parts weren't even close to that of the initial $1,600 style, give me my money. And the manager made every excuse in the book. Apologized for the middle parting, offered services to have the stylist fix it. I said, woman, what? Said the stylist could come to your house and do it at your house. Are you? I said, ma'am, respectfully, why would I ever be interested in having any of your stylists or you do anything anywhere near my head ever again? Me and my friend went to her Google page to see if this behavior was normal. Turns out it was. Mind you, when I initially went to their page, they had a 4.6 rating. Majority of the reviews were really good. The pictures on the front side of Google were normal. She does not have a website, so I assumed everything would be great. It's an African braiding shop after all. I'm used to it. I went back and forth with this woman for hours, and I didn't want to do it to her, but I eventually hit her with the, I'm a lawyer and I have a very large social media following. That one scared her. She became very apologetic, kept saying that I would refund you if the stylist would give me back the money, but they're not willing to give back the money. They said they'll just redo the style. I said, in all fairness, your stylists are completely incompetent. They clearly don't know what they're doing. Also, you do not vet these people, because I learned that one of the stylists wasn't even an employee of her, just a random person that the other stylist found to come and do the hair with her. Respectfully, my lady, get the fuck out. Just give me my money. Then they started calling me out my name, saying that I was a liar, saying that because I'm a lawyer, I expect to be refunded, saying that I think that I'm better than them. And I said, oh, okay. I told her I would take further legal action and I would be posting a video that basically disparages the company. And here I am telling you guys about my experience, yet I have not named the company for one specific reason, and that's because I do not trust TikTok. People on this app are very scary, and I do not want anyone doxing anyone or doing anything crazy. However, I will be leaving her a very scathing review. Now, the hair is very cute, but it's not worth $1,600. And I should not have been made to pay because your stylist lied and made a mistake and you did not know how to manage them and tell them what to do. That has nothing to do with me. In hindsight, I wish I hadn't paid. I wish I had just left, figured my hair out on my own like I usually do, but I had paid for a service. I just wanted to receive that service. I just wanted things to go simple and normal, but often that just seems to not be the case for me because of the way that I am as a person, and I need to work on being more assertive. I had to redo my middle part, and now I'm going through the bottoms of each one of these hairs because didn't secure the ends properly, so some of the boho pieces at the bottom are literally just like slipping out, and it is ridiculous. This woman has demonstrated this type of behavior on multiple accounts, so I'm sure karma is going to come for her, and my review is going to be sickening. Anyway, that's my story.
First of all, the parting on those braids was atrocious. How do you charge someone $1,000 more than what they initially agreed to, only to do such monstrosity? It looks like a toddler was drawing lines on their book but on her head instead, or as she accurately described them, trapezoids. No, but seriously, the stylist initially told her that the style would cost her $1,600. They then do some negotiations and settle for $550, only for the owner to end up charging her the $1,600 anyway. It makes me wonder whether the owner and the stylist do this kind of thing all the time to other clients, where they tell you one price and then they end up convincing you to do a bunch of add-ons without being transparent that it's gonna cost you extra, and then they end up charging you extra. My other issue is that they ended up basically coercing her into getting something that she initially didn't even want, which kind of ties to my first point. I know the easy solution would have been to just say no, but they insisted on the boho. They really insisted on the boho braids, and I can see myself agreeing to it if I was in her shoes, considering how much pressure they put on her. They then tell her that it will cost her an extra $300 for an extra braider. I haven't gotten my hair done in a long time, but I don't think you're supposed to get charged extra for an extra braider. I don't know, let me know in the comment section. Is that normal, getting charged extra for an extra braider? To me, it sounds like they were taking advantage of her and trying to make as much money off of her as they could. Also, one of the stylists was not even an employee of the company. This whole situation was a mess. There was also a lot of miscommunication with this whole situation, and the client took accountability for the fact that she could have walked out once things started getting weird, but she didn't. She also admitted to being an unconfrontational person, which is something I can totally relate to. But I've been learning to stand up for myself. Better yet, I've been learning to walk out of situations at the first sign of red flags. And this is gonna be a common theme with all these situations. There usually are a lot of red flags in the beginning, but a lot of these clients tend to ignore them.
So I wanted to get my hair done today, and at the end of the service, the lady tried to charge me an extra $100 based on what I was told prior to coming. So I want to say last week I found her Instagram page, I reached out to them and I DM'd her, and I sent her exactly what I wanted, and I asked her how much would it be. She said $180. I said, okay, cool, how can I schedule? She sent me the link and I scheduled my appointment. So I got there today. You know, it took her 7 hours to do my hair. So when it was time to pay, so I paid a $35 deposit the day that I scheduled it, and then I brought the rest in cash. So when it was time to pay, I gave her the cash, and then after she counted it, she started talking her little language to her African sister. And I asked, I said, what's the problem? She said, where's the rest of the money? I said, that is the rest of the money. I paid a $35 deposit, and that's $145 in cash. That's $180. She said, $180? Who said it was $180? I said, the lady that I spoke to on Instagram said it was $180. So I pulled up the messages and I showed her. And she said, no, that she started going off, y'all. She was like, no, this is not $180 style. This is $280. I said, $280? I said, that's $100 more than what I was told. Like, that's absurd. So she asked around the shop who messaged her, who told her $180. All the girls in the shop was like, wasn't me, it wasn't me. So she calls the owner. The owner name is Linda. She calls Linda, and I guess Linda was going off on her. So she hands me the phone. I'm like, I'm not taking the phone. Like, I don't have nothing to say. I was told 180 is 180. So she puts it on speaker since I didn't want to take the phone, and Linda's just going off. She's like, that style, it's not 180. I told you it was 180 for cornrows. I said, I'm not going to go back and forth with you, because in the message, I clearly sent you exactly what I wanted, and you said 180. So she's like, no, it's not 180. I said, ma'am, you can get that phone out my face, because I'm not going back and forth with y'all. Y'all not getting no more than 180 from me. So I'm sitting there on my phone. I started scrolling on TikTok at this point, because I don't know what y'all gonna hold me hostage. Because if y'all call the cops, I have the right. You said 180. so y'all, the lady's frustrated at this point, because she's like, I'm not even the one who told you that. I sat here and did your hair. Like, I felt bad for her, but it's just like, it's not even about the money, it's about the principle. Because if you would have told me that it was $280 before I would have got there, it would have changed the whole dynamic of the situation. I probably would not even be sitting in that chair. I don't pay $300 for braids. I never pay no more than $220. So I'm just like, I don't know what y'all want to do, but I'm not about to just sit here until y'all figure it out. So she was like, one lady was like, you can just go, like, just go. The other lady was like, no, I need the extra $100. I said, well, my Uber's outside. Like, if y'all not gonna call the cops on me, I'm finna go. And I left, because I'm not paying an extra $100 when you tell me 180, and I can show y'all the messages, because that's insane. Like, I feel like every time I go get my hair done by Africans, they tell you one price and they just be adding stuff on by the end of the service. Like, that's why I like to clarify, because no, I'm not paying $300 for braids.
This second situation is pretty similar to the first one, but it was handled very differently by the client. They agreed to a certain price, and then once the stylist was done, they tried to upcharge the client. I agree with the client that she's only obligated to pay what they initially agreed to, and she even had the proof of the agreement. I don't think the police would have done anything to the client if they had been called, because once again, she had the proof of the agreement. The client also said something that we observed in the first situation. Some stylists tell you a certain price, and then once you get there, they start adding a bunch of extra charges for whatever they can get away with. Kudos to the client for standing her ground and refusing to pay more than what they had agreed on. Who do you think was in the right in this situation?
Okay, so imagine this, right? Boom. You make your hair appointment, but you have bad luck with your hair appointment. So you text the stylist just in case to make sure, you know, everything is on track, right? So the stylist texts you in the morning confirming your appointment, and you confirm your appointment that morning. So it's 12:30. To be on time, you gotta go to the ATM, because everybody wants cash. No Zelle, Cash App, nothing, cash, right? Cool. I go to the ATM and I get the cash. No problem. And you know, I'm finna get a weave. So I stop and I got me some snacks, something to drink. Oh, and I have time to spare because I left early enough for my appointment. You get there at like 12:50, 55. You look at your phone and the girl is canceling. Girl is telling you, oh, I'm still doing somebody's hair. She didn't tell me she had a lot of hair. Aren't you a hairstylist? Aren't you supposed to anticipate these things? I don't know. Like, I don't know. So she like, can you come back at 4:30, because I'm not gonna be done until then. My appointment was at 1. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just go home, get my kids some food, chill, you know, until 4. Once again, I like to leave early because I like to be in my appointments a little early, because no, you're not gonna charge me no late fee. I'm not late. I'm on time, and I'm a little bit early. I'm pulling up, but I'm driving. So y'all know when y'all driving, your phone automatically goes on do not disturb driving, and I do that because I'm a safe driver. I don't care. My phone is on do not disturb. I didn't see it. So I didn't see her message, and as I'm getting out the car, I'm calling somebody just to update them where I'm at. And I see this girl message, and she tells me, y'all, keep in mind, when I confirmed the 4:30 appointment, I asked her, I said, are you sure you're going to be done at 4:30? Because I really don't want to have to keep going back and forth. Why is the light doing that? Okay, I fixed it. So I really didn't want to be going back and forth. So I asked her, are you sure? And she was like, yes, I'm sure. Come at 4:30. I should insert the text messages somewhere up here. So I came at 4:30. I got there around like 4:27. I look at my phone and she texted me, hey, babe, I'm sorry. Can you come at 9 a.m. tomorrow? Yes, the silence is loud because once again, I pulled up twice. I'm at this girl shop for the second time today. And you're telling me to come tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I didn't even schedule my first appointment that early. So what makes you think I want to come to a shop at 9 a.m.? I don't know. So was already getting out my car. I just proceeded to keep walking up in there. For her to say she's still doing the same person's hair since 1, and she has a lot of hair. It was a little girl sitting in that chair. And I just want to say, the little girl looked like she just was starting. And then let's start here. I'm not no hairstylist, right? But you should know at least 30 minutes prior to somebody's appointment that you're not going to be done. So why didn't I receive a text message at 4, let alone 3:30? If you knew you was going to be just starting somebody's head and you're not going to be done in an hour, let alone 30 minutes, why didn't you send me a text message before? I'm looking like a crazy person because I just don't get it. I really don't get it. And this is why I do my own hair, okay? And this is why. So, y'all, I ended up sending her this long paragraph basically stating, like, it's my birthday, and I need to know if you're going to be able to do my hair because I don't have time to be running around trying to find somebody last minute to be putting in the weave. Nobody wants to do that last minute. Nobody. Y'all, I'm going through it. Like, let's start there. I'm just going through it. So, yeah, all y'all hairstylists, y'all need to get it together because y'all be having us stressed out. And honestly, I really don't want to do my hair, but if I have to, I will.
First red flag for me is only accepting cash if it's a business. I can understand paying cash if it's a friend or a relative who braids as a hobby. If a business only takes cash, it's a red flag unless their point of sale system is not working on that day or something along those lines. The stylist cancels the appointment last minute, which for me is unprofessional considering the fact that it was a miscalculation on the stylist's part. By the way, I applaud the client for being a safe driver. I've never been the biggest fan of people being on their phones while driving, so I applaud her for that. This stylist cancels the second appointment as well. And to make matters worse, she cancels the second appointment last minute as well. This is such a high level of unprofessionalism and disorganization in a business. Knowing how to braid and do installs is not enough to run a business. Professionalism, communicating ahead of time, being organized are also key components of running a business, which is lacking in a lot of these situations. What do you think about this situation?
What is it that you don't like? Like, you seen my work, I sent you.
Yeah, like this do not look like the work I've seen on your page.
Like, my work is not going to look like whoever you see. You got orange hair on top of black hair. So
I've had like color hair on top of black hair a lot in my, like, it's never just puffy.
I had to tuck your hair.
I know, I've had locks before, so it might, and I've had colored on it, but it's never this puffy. It's
okay. So what you want me to do?
Can I have my deposit back? Cause this like you can like honestly you can like cut you can like cut the bottoms and stuff.
Paying me, you know you can go to jail for that, right?
Okay, like I said, you can take these out. I don't have a problem with paying you. I don't like this.
Okay.
Like I'm recording this now, so we can take these out.
Okay,
you can cut them.
That's by taking when you get a service and then you don't pay for it.
So
you got the service and you have not paid for it.
So I paid half for it. I don't like the service, and you can take the service out.
Okay,
like
so
I said,
it'll be a takedown fee on top of the install fee. You got the install. I just called Fulton County, or
that's fine. You can call them, and I can tell them.
You got a service, but you.
That's fine. You can call them, and we can wait for them.
Service,
and we can pay for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another case of trapezoids on our hands. First of all, the audacity of the stylist asking the client what she doesn't like about the hairstyle. Everything. That hairstyle is ghastly. I would expect that from someone who has never done hair in their life, but not from a professional hairstylist to whom I pay money. The fact that the stylist doesn't see what the problem is and doesn't even try to see how she can make it better just makes this situation so much worse for me. Also, was the parting done by the stylist in the first situation? Or maybe they went to the same school, because it's eerily similar. The stylist asking for a takedown fee after playing in the client's head is crazy. From the atrocity of the parting, this is clearly someone who doesn't know how to do hair at all, or they probably only know how to do one hairstyle, but they are booking clients for other hairstyles that they're not good at. I'm curious, if either of them calls the police, how would they handle this kind of situation where the client is not satisfied with the service, but the stylist insists that they have done their job and need to get paid? Any lawyers watching this, please let us know.
My birthday is tomorrow, and tell me why my braider literally just walked out on me. Left me looking like this. Let me explain. Let me roll my sleeves up because it's about to get serious. First of all, here's my disclosures. I'm a horrible storyteller, and I don't do videos like this. I just don't, because I suck at telling stories. But I'm going to try my best, okay? I'm going to try my best. Alright, so first of all, let's talk about how she started around like 3 or 4 p.m. or whatever. And this is all she got, like these couple braids. So, and it's like 10 p.m. or it's like 10:30. It's late or whatever. And she has her 5-year-old son. She's like in her late 40s, and she has her 5-year-old son. So you know, it's getting late and stuff. You know, he's playing and you know, just playing, being a kid. That is fine. I'm not one of them people who, I don't want a kid to be a kid, okay? I'm not that person. But he's like making this loud noise. Like, imagine if I just take something and just drop it loud as hell. Like, it was hurting my ears. And it's my time of the month, y'all. It's literally my time of the month right now. Okay, so I was like, can you quiet down just a little bit? I literally said like that. Can you quiet down just a little bit? He's like, okay. Like, it was fine. I'm like, all right, cool, thank you. So like maybe about like 15 minutes later, you know, he starts doing that dropping noise again. Like, he has this little Tonka toy or something. He's dropping it from up here down, and it's like loud. And I was like, ooh, you gonna have to quiet down. Like, it's quiet hours. Like, you know, I'm trying to be nice or whatever. And she like, let him be. She literally said it like that. Let him be. Excuse me? Did I even mention this is my crib? She's at my house. She came from out of town. Didn't tell nobody. She was just like, hey, I want to stop by and say hi. I'm like, all right, cool. That ended up to her spending the night, which is until today. And now you're here. You're in my space. Period, point blank. And my kids, they're older now. Like, they don't be making all that noise and shit like that. We just don't. I'm not used to having little kids around. And I told her that, like, whatever. But I'm like, yeah, he can be quiet. Like, just quiet down a little bit. Like, whatever. So she's like, well, he got to do something. He got to do something. Oh, yeah, he can play. I don't want him to make that loud noise. Just, can y'all chill on that or whatever? Just let him be. Just let him be. I'm braiding your hair. Let him be. Just give me all this animosity. I'm like, yeah, I don't want him to make that loud noise. I said what I said. That's what I'm basically giving. I said what I said. Like, and so I'm sitting there, like, that was that. But I'm sitting there, I'm just like, so I had to speak up. I'm like, you acting like I'm saying something wrong, like, you feel me, or like I'm being disrespectful or something like that. All I asked him to do was just quiet down because it's late at night. Like, she's like, yeah, but he's going to make noise. He got to play. It's okay with him making noise. I just don't want him to do that loud noise. That's the only fucking thing I asked. Like, whatever. Tell me why. Literally, this is exactly what happened. She was like, put your shoes on. So I'm sitting here, I'm just sitting here, like, because I'm like, I know she's not about to do what I think she's about to do. Because I didn't do nothing. All I asked is, can you please quiet down? That's all I asked. She was like, put your shoes on. When I tell you, she packed up all her stuff, which is just like her little overnight stuff. She spent the night. And she walked out the door. I looked out the peephole. When I say she's like, skirt off, like with a major attitude, and literally left me looking like this. because I asked her son, can you quiet down? And this is not a stranger. This ain't a, you know what I mean? This is a family friend. And that's what happened. So I just want to know, like,
what y'all feel like in the comments?
what happened? What happened? And, like, thank God, like, my little daughter right here, she's braiding my hair. She's finishing the job, like, and my other little daughter about to do my nails, so don't even be too much on my nails, like, but that's literally what happened, y'all. People are weird as hell, like, honestly. Happy birthday to me.
I have mixed feelings about this one. I've been around kids enough times to know that a lot of times kids are gonna be kids. Also, if the kid had something like a lot of sugar, that may contribute to them being hyperactive even at night. The client did admit that it was her time of the month, and I think a lot of us know how the smallest things can irritate us during that time of the month. So I get that. On the other hand, it doesn't sound like the stylist or the family friend tried to tell her child to quiet down at any point. It seems like she just got angry when the client told her child to quiet down the second time and left. I think the stylist could have at least tried telling her child to quiet down a little bit to accommodate the client. I don't know, how do you guys feel about this? The client did figure things out. She has her children doing her nails, doing her hair. That sounds like fun. That actually sounds like fun. Having your children do your nails, help you do your hair. Yeah, I don't know. How do you guys feel about this one?
Hi, so are you going to pay?
Been here since 8 a.m.
I don't give a how long you been here. Where's the money?
Mad.
Okay, Kim, you come up here. Don't come up here because she not trying.
So, I guess y'all are wondering how we got there. But before we get into this horror story, I'm going to break it down, start from the beginning. So, this is her Instagram page. I was like, okay, nice work. I'm not from here. I go to school out here. So, I was like, okay, I'm going to book with her. I just want some boho knotless. That's my appointment for 8 in the morning. Keep this in mind. Mind you, I want to start at 8 since it's a 6-hour service, and I need to be done by 2. I got stuff to do. I wake up at 6, I was been up, and she gonna text me at 6:40 this. Read, y'all. Mind you, her service comes with the hair. You been knew I had this appointment. Why are you waiting until the day of to get this hair? Then pushing me back an hour. Now I'm supposed to be done by 3 now. But y'all see I was cool. I just said, hey, okay. Then she gonna text me again, y'all. Talking about LOL. What's funny? Now she's trying to push me back again. By this time, I should have known, like, okay, these some red flags. But that's why I just started recording. I was like, yeah, it's about to be a long day. I just had a feeling, y'all. But I couldn't just not go because it's the day before Thanksgiving. Wig already off my head. I just about to take these meeks out. Like, I got to get something done to this head. And it's the day before Thanksgiving. Like, I'm not trying to do my own head. So I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and do this. Get to her so I can get up out her chair and go on with my day. So this is me over it at 7 in the morning, just oiling my hair up, tying it up, getting ready to go. I'm like, okay, let's do this. And I stopped, got me some 7 Brew because I was like, I need some coffee. You already late. Let me get my coffee. And I get to the shop. Yo, I'm not one to judge because I know everybody got something going on. But you don't have a TV playing with a TV stand, watching a movie. What if I wanted to watch the movie? Didn't ask if I wanted to hear music or nothing. I asked her for a little tissue to clean that off my laptop. She gonna say she don't got one. Give me a Clorox wipe. I said, okay, whatever. She gonna kill a spider in the back. Girl, if you don't get to these damn braids, it's 2 o'clock. So now she stops, y'all. Stops. It is 3 o'clock and this is my head. The time I'm supposed to be off. This is when I really felt like God was testing my patience because it's 3 o'clock. I'm supposed to be out this lady chair. And can you believe she had the audacity to tell me that she gonna be gone for 30 minutes. She gotta go to her baby daddy house and she'll be back. So she left me like this, y'all. They ain't gonna say I gotta pay half the remaining balance first. So now I'm in the chicken spot with my hair halfway done like this. 3:41, but she said 30 minutes, y'all. So now I'm like, okay, trying to stay positive, at least at 8 because I was hungry. But girl, you supposed to be coming back doing this head like you're playing with me. So she come back an hour later and she see I'm irritated. So now her attitude real messed up. She stop again, 30 minutes mid-braid. And let me not mention I gave her the half before she left. So what you mad for? If anything, I should be the one mad, Buki. Then 15 minutes later, would y'all believe? This girl done walked out again at 5 o'clock. Y'all see it's going on 5 and I'm still at the top. The math is not mad that I've been up since 6 o'clock, been in her salon since 9. So now I'm like, what's the discount? And that's when stuff went left, and she was mad.
250 is total. But you already gave me 125.
But even after you just took a whole extra hour,
It's still 125. I told you I had to give my sons the milk, so that's what I did.
With the service. So now I'm pretty sure y'all see how this was escalating. But I never said I wasn't going to pay. I just asked what the discount was. So she proceeds to call her friends.
But I never said I wasn't going to pay, though. You're asking for a discount.
Yeah, because I've been here for 8 hours.
There's no need to argue.
Okay. But you was going to have people come up here, but you're a hairstylist.
Ain't nobody here.
Yeah, but you was making phone calls. You was making phone calls.
We're good. You're recording, but still having my money yet.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep recording.
So do you want the braids or do you not want the braids?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep them in because I've been here for 8 hours.
It's braids, baby. It's not a wig or sewing or
but I was
quick
supposed to be
wig,
here
baby.
since
They
8
take
a.m.
time.
It's
They
6
take
I just want to say
time.
I've grown so much to the point where if she's not handling me in her chair by herself, how am I gonna handle it? So I called my people and they said, okay, we're coming. So once they do that, she's like, just get out. So this is how I left. With the ride,
didn't get to dip them in the water.
And I'm not no bum. I said, you know what? I still somewhat, even though the service was shitty, I'm still gonna pay for it. So I paid for it. I just didn't tip her. But me not paying, that's minor. That's just me swinging. But don't worry, since I paid, God gonna swing back 100 times harder, and she gonna get whatever's going on. She don't gotta worry about me no more. Then I post her, not even her, but just my traumatic experience. And this is what my friend said. She not from here either. We both here for school, so we just be going to anybody. And she gonna cancel her appointment and still not even give her a deposit back and say a funeral like it happened overnight. So she been unprofessional. Just a little disclaimer. Good thing my friend a nail tech, so she did my nails. She was just like, friend, it's okay, come get your nails done. Then she did my hair too. Thank you, friend. Whenever you see this, just know I appreciate you. But yeah, she was like, she definitely need her. You know what, B, but it's okay, y'all, because we staying blessed. Love y'all.
My first issue with this whole situation was the stylist texting her an hour and 20 minutes before the appointment time that she has to buy the braiding hair and therefore has to reschedule to 9 a.m. My problem was that there was no apology from the stylist and no remorse at all for rescheduling as a result of her own shortcomings. I understand that we're humans, we forget, but there wasn't any sort of apology from the stylist for rescheduling. The stylist texts again at 8:07 a.m. saying that she has to grab milk and whatnot. She lazily apologizes in this second text and adds lol at the end of it, which is so irritating and painfully unprofessional. I would have been angry with this second text and I would have just canceled the appointment at this point. The stylist is talking to her client like she's one of her close friends, which is just wrong for someone who runs a business. It's one thing to be friendly with your clients, but there still needs to be a level of professionalism that needs to be upheld. As for the client, she herself already knew by the second text that this was going to be a problematic experience. I wish she had just canceled the appointment at this point. I understand needing to get one's hair done for a special day, but at what cost? The whole thing about the TV playing a movie isn't a big deal for me. I'm not usually picky about what the TV is playing when I go to get my hair done. Also, usually once the stylist is about to start braiding my hair, they usually ask me if I have a preference on what I would like to watch, and my answer is usually no. How do you guys feel about the TV situation? The client is funny, talking about the stylist doing everything but braiding her hair, like killing spiders. Okay, that cracked me up. Not to intrude, but what was up between the stylist and her baby daddy? What was really going on since she had to go to his house twice, first to go grab milk, second time, God knows why, and the client paid her half before she left the first time. This whole situation, just like the previous ones, was extremely unprofessional. How do you leave your client twice? I think it's best to just leave at the first sign of a red flag. The thing about the red flags in these types of situations is that they're usually pretty easy to spot. For example, the lack of apology for rescheduling last minute, the verbiage where the stylist says sorry and adds lol at the end of it, the sheer lack of unprofessionalism where the stylist keeps telling the client her personal business, the fact that the stylist rescheduled twice within 2 hours, which all led to her walking out on the client twice and them having a fight about the whole situation. I'm siding with the client. I feel like she deserves some sort of discount for all the inconvenience. What do you guys think about this situation?
I just left the hair salon and I really like this updo, right? But as I'm feeling the back of it, I feel like it might look a little crazy in the back. So let's see what it looks like in the back. We're about to find out. The back of my head is none of my business. So if it does look crazy, I'm gonna ignore that. If it doesn't look crazy, cool. We're gonna find out when I post this.